So you just a little guy, huh? You just a little mini me, huh? And I was like, wait, what? Come again? And he was like, when are you gonna let me do my job? Hey guys, welcome back. I am Kiana. So today we're gonna be talking about overcoming rejection from a sibling or close family member. Now the reason that I wanna talk about this is because I dealt with a situation where I had a close family member who was dealing with some really heavy stuff in their life, and they blamed me for it. They blamed me for every decision that they made. Some of the excuses or the blame game, right, looks like, oh, well, you wasn't here for me, and so therefore I did this. Or, oh, you could have been more to me in this way, and so because of that, I did this. Or, oh, you could have stepped up for me in this way, and so because of that, I did this. Or, oh, you left, and because you left, I did this. It's really important to understand that a lot of people, they just don't have the capability at that point to deal with themselves, to sit with themselves, and truly take accountability and ownership for their own actions. And because they're not there, it's easier for them to blame somebody else. And that's what I dealt with. Now, it was devastating. It was hard. It was so hard, y'all. Because when you're constantly being blamed for things that have literally nothing to do with you and that you had no control over, you will begin to at some point think that you could have had control over your family members' decisions. So what do? Number one, journal. You journal your thoughts. You gotta get this stuff out, y'all. You can't let this stuff sit within you because it'll begin to spoil and rot and cause upset and dis-ease within your body. So you gotta get it out. So journal it, or talk to a close friend, or get a counselor. Go in your prayer closet, talk to God about it, worship, lay it all out at the feet of Jesus. Cry it out. At the end of the day, you have to get out how your sibling or your family member is making you feel. The next step is understand that you can't control anybody. You're powerless as it relates to them, right? You can't control anybody's actions. You can't control what they do, what they say, how they feel. You can't. And so I say that because there was times when I tried to make up for what they felt I should have given them. I tried to turn back the hands of time and say, okay, I didn't do things right then, and so let me try to make it better now and do things right now. Okay, I'll give you an example. If my family member felt like I wasn't there for them enough growing up, then I would try to go overboard and be there for them. It happened at my detriment because they at times would come to me and dump, right? They'd vomit every single thing that they were going through and put it off on me. And in the end, it just made me feel really bad. Not just for my family member, but also for myself. Like I was like, man, I can't help them because until they want to look at themselves and again take ownership and accountability, I can't help them. But yet still I was allowing all of their stuff, their woes to like come inside of me and negatively affect me. And in turn it affected my mental state and it affected my health really badly. So understand that you don't have any power and you don't have control over anybody, which is why my next point is to create boundaries. Understand that because you did not have control over what happened then, right? Then you can't just magically turn back the hands of time and try to make up for things. All you can do is try to put yourself in a position to where the relationship could possibly, right? Possibly, because it also takes two people to make a successful relationship work. But put yourself in a position to where you can be what you feel you need to be to your family member. That looks like creating healthy boundaries. Something like detachment. It doesn't feel like it's kind to the other person, but it is kind and can be kind to you. It also does not imply judgment toward the other person, but again, it's making sure that you are taking care of yourself. It does not apply condemnation to the other person, but it is making sure that you take care of yourself. Lastly, pray for them. I think that out of all of these, prayer is probably the most important. Not only pray for them, but pray for yourself. Pray that God will give you the tools that you need to be able to deal with them in the way that He wants you to deal with them. That's really important. Why? Because y'all, when I was dealing with my family member, I tried to be God. And this was years and years of me praying and being at my family members' beck and call and allowing them to dump on me and allowing them to make me feel bad and allowing them to make me feel like I should have done things differently. Like I felt horrible. Because of that, I overcompensated until one day God in my prayer time was like, so you just a little guy, huh? You just a little mini me, huh? And I was like, wait, what? Come again? And he was like, when are you gonna let me do my job? Y'all, it blew me away. And the crazy thing is that as soon as I backed off, created healthy boundaries, detached, I started to see God work in my family member's life. Like, and it was so quick. I promise you guys, as soon as I heard God say that, and I did my part by being who God wanted me to be in my family member's life, within about 2 months, I kid you not, their life turned around. They started to take accountability for their own actions. They started to see how their decisions have not benefited them. And it wasn't until I backed off. It's so weird how when you're too up close and personal, it doesn't allow that person to truly reflect on themselves and on where they are in their lives and why they are where they are, you know? Because they're looking to you to be their God, because that's what you've been, and that's what I was. I became their God. But no, understand that that's not your place, that's not your position. You are not equipped to carry the weights of the world on your shoulders. You are not equipped to carry the weight of your family members' junk on your shoulders. The Bible says, cast your cares upon me because I care for you. So you cast your cares on God and have your family member also cast their cares on God. It doesn't mean that you don't allow your family member to vent and all that jazz. That's not what it means. It don't mean don't be there for them. But again, create boundaries. You know, they can't just come and just go overboard and dump on you at any moment that they want to. Like, no, at some point, it's just too much. And you just have to learn to pull back. So anyways, that is my story. And also some of the things that I did that helped me overcome rejection from my family member. So if you guys have any tips or tricks or practical steps, then make sure that you put it down below in the comment section so that you can help our community learn and help me learn, okay? And I love you guys so much. I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that you listened to this video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Mwah. Bye.